Welcome to the B Movie Club. This is your host, Kevin. This week we're going to be discussing the 1987 comedy Summer School, starring Mark Harmon and Kirstie Alley, directed by Carl Reiner. For those of you just joining us for the first time, the B Movie Club is essentially a forum where I'll talk about different types of movies that maybe didn't get the critical acclaim lately. Things that we enjoyed but maybe haven't talked about in a while. I'll mention a movie or you'll suggest a movie. You can rush out and see it. You can download it on Netflix or buy it from the swap meet, and then send me your questions, your comments, your favorite scenes, your favorite quotes, and I'll mention it on the show. This week, Summer School. Essentially the plot consists of this kind of irresponsible high school PE teacher, played by Mark Harmon, who gets roped into teaching summer school. Basically, summer school class is for remedial English. It's a bunch of, let's just say, not particularly motivated students who flunked out on an English proficiency exam, and they're not very motivated, they're not very committed, and initially, he basically just blackmailed into taking the class. Like, he was going to go off to Hawaii, and the evil vice principal basically said, if you don't teach this, you won't get tenure, you won't have a job. So Mark Harmon realizes, hey, although I teach PE and presumably have a teaching credential of some sort, I've never really taught anything. I don't possess the skills to be a teacher. So initially, they're just kind of fooling around. They're going to Magic Mountain, they're going to the beach, going to petting zoos and things like that, until the administration kind of catches on, and he's about to be fired. So now he has to actually start teaching these kids. And how does he do that? He has to bribe them to basically pay attention. So the whole movie consists of their misadventures. Throwing parties at his house. He has to be a tackling dummy for the kid on the football team. He's got to take the pregnant girl to her Lamaze classes. The surfer girl has to move in with him, and so on and so forth. This movie, not necessarily a big hit. It was a moderate hit. Like I said, it was directed by Carl Reiner, who is Rob Reiner's dad, but up to this point it also directed a lot of Steve Martin movies like The Jerk, The Man with Two Brains, things like that. Mark Harmon, this was one of his first big leading roles. I mean, he'd done a few other smaller things. He was also the quarterback at UCLA in the 70s, which I didn't even know. That's kind of interesting. Kirstie Alley, another one who had been in a few things. This is one of her first big things. Other members of the cast, you've also got Courtney Thorne-Smith, who later went on to be on Ally McBeal and According to Jim, if you watch any of those shows. She played the surfer girl, Pam. But some of the more fun characters, you have Chainsaw, who's a big movie aficionado. He loves Texas Chainsaw Massacre and seems to go on and on, giving things thumbs up, thumbs down. It's ironic because Roger Ebert gave this movie a big thumbs down. The movie was actually filmed on the same campus that they filmed The Karate Kid. So that's kind of interesting. It was called Sea or Ocean Beach High School, something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of high schools built right on the beach. If there were, I probably would have gone to one of those, yeah. I want to teach at one of those schools. It received a 61% fresh from Rotten Tomatoes. Again, once you start getting into the low 60s, I'm not sure how fresh that is. I'm not sure that's something you want to serve at a restaurant. But again, I enjoyed it. I thought it had a lot of really funny scenes. A lot of it's just good for nostalgia's sake, because again, I think most of us who watched this movie back in the day, you see Mark Harmon constantly wearing like Hawaiian shirts and visors, and like the shorts were a little too short on old Marky, but maybe that was a style back in '87. What can I say? Um, it is not streaming instantly on Netflix, so that's very sad. So you will have to go find it some other way. C'est la vie. This was actually a movie recommended by one of our B Movie Club members, Melissa. If you have the chance, you can subscribe. Go to my page, my channel on YouTube, youtube.com/user/KD9575. You can subscribe. You can also post comments about the movies, offer suggestions. Again, B Movie Club members get top priority. Something to think about. Next week will be an evening with Samuel L. Jackson. A lot of you have RSVP'd, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. We're going to start by showing A Long Kiss Goodnight, which we will review on this show. And we will also have clips of little interviews with the people who are able to attend. So you have that. You'll have that going for it as well. So what else can I tell you? Long Kiss Goodnight is streaming instantly. So if you do not own it and you're not able to attend an evening with Samuel L. Jackson, please go to Netflix and you can watch it that way. Otherwise, just go out and buy it. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's literally a hidden classic. I know most of you will be happy that this will be the first movie that doesn't take place during the decade of the 80s. So I'm branching out there. So good times there. As you know, I like to end every episode with my favorite quote from the movie, this week's Summer School. The quote was, "Can I phone my mom and tell her I won't be home? Ever?"